Bids are in for Victor Gyokeres. Yes, bids are in. According to sources in Portugal, both Manchester United and Arsenal have in the last few hours put their bids and proposals forward to both Victor Gyokeres and his agent and Sporting as a club. Now, this has moved on from where he was yesterday. I'm going to go into all of the details on what is coming up, what has been said this morning, and updates just in the last couple of hours, in fact, on Victor Gyokeres and the standoff right now between him and Sporting and where that leaves United and Arsenal as well. And to make things more interesting and just to add a little bit more context to this Gyokeres story right now, I'm going to look at it from the Arsenal reporting side of things and what's been said from their side as well, because it's interesting how they're approaching this compared to how United are. We can get carried away with just the United side of things, but I've looked into a few stories from the Arsenal side. One included that report from David Ornstein, in fact, as well. So I'm going to bring all that into the show as well in this lunchtime update around Victor Gyokeres. It is all about him at the moment. Everything else seems to be going by the by, and it's a kind of it's a strange one because we've got the Brian Mbeumo deal about to be concluded and finalised, and we're talking about Victor Gyokeres. We're greedy as a Man United fan base, people. We really are. But let's get into these updates on where we're actually up to, so you are completely in the know. So, Manchester United, obviously, as we have known over the last few days, I've had confirmation that Gyokeres is open to a move even without Champions League football. Manchester United are prepared to meet the so-called gentleman's agreement, which now doesn't exist, according to the president yesterday of Sporting. We know all of that. That's where we're up to with that. So what happens after this big fallout? Everybody wants to know. Where do we go next? Well, next is, obviously, both clubs, Arsenal and Manchester United, that is, know all of the conditions now to the deal. Spoken to Sporting, they know exactly what they need to put forward in terms of an offer that will be obviously discussed at least by Sporting. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near at the moment what Sporting are looking for, but it's just going to be something that's more than what his agent actually wanted. And this, you could say, is just a transfer ploy or a negotiation ploy in all of this. Don't forget, Portugal has got a track record for doing some clever little deals in manipulating transfers and what's happening. So, Record Portugal are reporting that the agent of Victor Gyokeres, now yesterday it was reported and everyone went in on Arsenal hijack and all of that garbage, deal off and everything like that. No, the agents of Victor Gyokeres met Arsenal and Manchester United representatives yesterday. The offers were ready in. The discussions went down as to what will get this deal done, where Sporting are at compared to what it was before when we were talking about this so-called gentleman's agreement, if there ever was one. It just seems like both Arsenal and Manchester United have kept their counsel and kept themselves to themselves, while Sporting have hit the headlines for all of the wrong reasons with this fallout between player and club, and are now ready in their own bids to go in. So they're saying that Manchester United and Arsenal are preparing their proposals to Sporting, and they will go in the next few hours. That was a few hours ago. So bids are in from Manchester United and Arsenal, according to the Portuguese media right now. So where do we look at this from the British side of things? David Ornstein has been talking about the Arsenal side of things, and he has actually said that we will know where Arsenal are going with their striker target this week. There's only 2 days left of the week. So something's going to happen from the Arsenal side of things, which led me to do a little bit more digging regarding what's going on from their side of things right now. And Arsenal are actually in discussions as we speak now with RB Leipzig for the deal to sign Benjamin Sesko. And the details of the discussions are that they want to know the release clause, negotiating that, the payment structure, the down payment, everything that you would normally negotiate in a deal that is becoming very, very close, which is strange. Surely Arsenal are not in for both strikers. Their budget, according to The Athletic, doesn't stretch that far with PSR this season. And it doesn't look like there is any major outgoings that are going to fetch any big money from Arsenal. They want to keep everybody in club. No one leaving means they've got a real tight budget. And obviously already signing Zubimendi, Arsenal can only really afford one striker. Let's not forget they've got Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz behind, so I cannot see Arsenal going spending over 100 million on two strikers right now of the quality of Sesko and Gyokeres. Also on top of that, Sesko has got concerns, and so too has Gyokeres, about Arsenal in terms of their approach for both strikers. Arsenal have shown a big interest in both, and this hasn't gone down too well, according to the reports again, with the players themselves. They want to be number one. Are they fully in for that player, or are they fully in for me? Is basically how the players are looking at it right now. So Arsenal, well, keeping everything open, and you would say are doing good business here in looking at both deals and what works best for them. Could be undoing themselves in this deal here, and could this be the avenue that Manchester United take advantage of with that personal touch with Gyokeres and Ruben Amorim? United tentative approaches to Leipzig to find out the conditions of the deal for Benjamin Sesko only. No real significant discussions regarding making a move for the striker. So United realistically in for one, Arsenal for two, and that is going to work in United's favour. Now, the stories are also reporting that Victor Gyokeres is still weighing up both options and proposals to what works best for him. It is thought that Manchester United hold the advantage because of Ruben Amorim right now, and obviously there can be a deal formed where Manchester United can put in some form of clause if they are not further down the line into European competitions or doing well. Something similar to what Gyokeres is debating now in terms of leaving Sporting. That's all down the line and hasn't really been brought up too much. But Gyokeres' connection with Ruben is the key to this one in Manchester United's side of things. If it was United against Arsenal right now, with everything on the table and without Ruben Amorim, Gyokeres moves to Arsenal, it seems. That's how this is going down. But to completely update you again and go through everything and where we're actually at right now, we're going to find out, according to Ornstein, on where Arsenal are at this week with what striker they're going for. Discussions on Arsenal's side, on Arsenal accounts as well, and media circulating the Gunners, are that they are now in deep discussions with Sesko. We're waiting for a realistic update from Romano or Ornstein on this one, I think, now, just to clinch this, and we're all going to know exactly where we stand with it. But Portuguese sources are now saying that both United and Arsenal have offers in over these last few hours, and it's now down to Sporting and obviously Gyokeres to decide where they want to go. Can United match Arsenal's offer? Have they got as much money to lure in Sporting? And United's connection with Sporting may help us in this situation as well. Obviously Victor Gyokeres and Ruben Amorim, obviously that's something that could make Manchester United or help United clinch this deal too. That is where we're at with the whole Victor Gyokeres saga as it is at the moment. Fully up to date on this lunchtime, the 12th of June. It's all going off. This, I think, will come to a head this weekend. It does look like one way or the other we're going to know if we're looking for another striker or if we're welcoming in another quality player in this transfer window in Victor Gyokeres. Stay tuned, everybody. I'll be on top of this throughout the day. It looks like it's an ever-changing environment right now around Gyokeres, but I'll have you covered. Give this video a like. Get your comments in on this latest update, everybody, please, in the comments section. Pop a like on it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're informed when that next bit of news does come. I will be there with it and keeping you completely up to date. Cheers, everyone. See you in the next one.